Hi, everyone. My name is Arthur King. I'm the art gallery coordinator and instructor here at Diablo Valley College. We're here today to talk with one of the artists that is participating in this year's Spring 2021 Student Art Show. Please introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Joshua Donhito.
Morning there, Joshua. Thank you for coming on and talking with us here. Could you please tell us a little bit about your work and what was the goal of the project?
My painting, well, I made it for advanced painting with Leo Bersamina. And we didn't have a goal for the class because it's like in that class you have a lot of artistic liberties. You can do basically whatever you want for the class. And for me, I've been painting a lot with like human figures, but I haven't really like touched on like background making. So I wanted to, for my goal was to like do something with the background and like develop my background making skills. And also to kind of help with like the abstraction, because before, like, when you learn how to paint, you kind of learn how to be more realistic. You learn about the Renaissance, you learn about like all those like grandmasters, and you learn like to do like the underpainting, the indirect painting, but I wanted to do something like not like that. I wanted to be more abstract with my work. And it was kind of just me figure out how to like experiment with new techniques, with new colors, and just things like that, especially with the background, because I really needed help with the background. And I just wanted to like dig in and like figure out something else for that.
Okay, very good. Thank you. And so, how did we end up with the work that we have in the show? You probably obviously are quite prolific. You have a lovely painting there behind you. How did we end up out of all the pieces with this one in the show?
So for this one in particular, I've always had a lot of background making struggles because usually when I started painting, I don't really think about the background. I just dig into the subject. I figure out how the human figures will look, and I really like to like render it fully and then go to the background. But this time I wanted to start at the background first. And I didn't know how to do it, but basically I just like put a mark down and I didn't really think about it. I just did it. And that's how I want to do my art. I don't really want to think about it too much anymore. I just want to be spontaneous about it. And I just kept adding marks to it and like choosing which color to go where, over here, over there. And then after a while, the background just came to be. And for me, the process of making the background was very meditative. I was just lost and just concentrated. I didn't think much about it. I was just lost in making the background and choosing the colors. And I kind of related it back to like my spiritual journey. I've had like a year-long spiritual journey. It's still ongoing. And basically it's just I learned a lot about it. And when you're meditating, you have to be, or you don't have to be, but you usually are calm and you just accept everything and you think. And that's basically how I approach the background and the painting in general. And also, if I'm looking at the painting right now, if you see me looking at my right, I'm looking at the painting. Um, when I look at the painting and I look at the background, I kind of relate it back to the universe and how just the colors to me represents the universe. And when you go through spiritual awakenings, you really learn a lot about the universe and yourself and your emotions and other people. So I relate it back to that. Um, but besides that, as I pulled into the human figures, I noticed that I wanted the human figures to really mend in with the background. So I didn't use like, regular skin tones. I used like the blues and the oranges, very cool and very warm, just contrasting. And I wanted it, I want very, or I approached it with the idea that I want the human figures to be connected, like with each other, as you can see, they're like embracing in the painting, but also with the background and the colors that I've used. And it's like also alluding to like my spiritual journey where you learn that, like, where I learned that we're all connected. Um, we're all connected with ourselves, with each other, and also with the universe. There's no positives or negatives. It's just you just accept it. That's just the universe. um, but also, um, I also looked at it, and I like to think that there might be a story with them. Like they're embracing. they look, they're not like, you know, they don't have like very excited, like they're emotionless, I think. But when I look at it, I don't see like love. I just see comfort. To me at least, that's the aura that the painting gives. But yeah, so from there, like I think it kind of alludes back to like our place in the world. Like we shouldn't be scared of like being here. We should just be comfortable. And that's how the universe should be because we belong here and we have a place here. And yeah, that's how this painting came to be. But also like with the other parts of the painting, it's just really also a lot of experimenting with new techniques too.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, is there anything else that we should know about the work or about the kind of work that you enjoy doing, or that you would like more to do more of?
So yeah, I was really inspired by this piece. Honestly, after I was done, I really wanted to do more like it. You know, not exactly like it, but like the same things that I did, especially with the background, obsessed with the background. So I in advanced painting with the class, we're still making paintings. And I wanted to incorporate the very monotonous line work in the back and using it in some areas in the paintings, in my other paintings. I'm working on two right now, so that's something I'm looking forward to. Just like figuring out how I could like manipulate the lines and like making something new out of it. Um, yeah. I hope to like do more related to like my spiritual journey because I thought that was very inspiring for me because it really like it hit home. But yeah,
Well, very good. Well, very good. Well, thank you so much for taking the time and talking with us today and sharing so much about you, your process, and your journey as an artist and how you're developing. I think it's marvelous. Really, really great. So again, thank you for sharing.
thank you for having me.
Alrighty, you have a great day, okay?
You too.
Okay. Alrighty, bye-bye now.